A super good morning to you. Let me change my cap around so you can see my face from one of the main shopping streets in Grenada. And as you can see, I'm walking in the middle of the street because it's a Sunday and the street is closed to traffic. There's the occasional scooter or bicycle coming down, but for motor vehicle traffic, essentially closed. Anyway, what can I tell you about this past week? Before I get onto this past week, notice that the shade netting is already up over the street to keep people nice and cool in the shade for summer. And it is not even the end of April yet, and the summertime shade netting's out. Anyway, what was this last week like? Oh, let me just get out of the way of a police van coming barreling down the street before continuing my story. Anyway, this last week, super productive week in terms of total word count. I think I'd hit somewhere around about 12, 14, no, more. I think I hit, nudging up somewhere close to 17, 18,000 words for this last week. On the novella front, the outlines are all done through to number 6 in the series of 8, or the first series will be 8 novellas. So we're through to 6 out of the 8 outlined. And this morning, as far as first drafts are concerned, I knocked out the first draft of chapter 9, which is halfway through novella number 5. So which means that by early in the new week, the first 5 novellas will have their first drafts done. Then I just need to outline 7 and 8, do a first draft of 6, 7 and 8, and then get into the nitty-gritty of revisions and cover designs so that I can set everything up for pre-orders as well as cover designs, get the pre-orders up on Amazon and start running them, because my idea is to run this first series as rapid release with each new installment in the series coming out once every 14 days. But anyway, that aside, what I'm going to be doing is hitting the bicycle heavily during the course of this coming week so I can drop my weight down. Grenada half marathon won't be happening, but I need to get myself reasonably fit so I'll be able to cope with the mile an hour challenge, which is definitely coming up somewhere over the course of the next couple of weeks. Probably, maybe for the mile an hour challenge, I need to leave the outlining of novella number 8 in the series so that I can knock that off during one of the creativity blocks within the mile an hour challenge, so that I can include that aspect of content creation within the mile an hour challenge. What do you think? Let me know down below. But with that said, I'm nudging up to, let me see, 4.5 minutes in this video, and I'm out of the shade netting, so maybe this would be a good time to wrap up this video, and maybe, just maybe, depending on how things go, I'll be able to bring you another video a little bit later if there's something interesting that comes up that I can share with you. But in between that, be sure to watch all of the shorts on this channel as well, which include Latin American and ballroom street dancing here on the streets of Granada, which I'll be going and watching some of that happening later on this evening. And remember, today, Sunday, is International Day of Creativity, so make sure you do something creative. And then beyond that, Monday the 22nd is the anniversary of the death of Cervantes, one of Spain's most famous writers, and Tuesday the 23rd will be the anniversary of the death of William Shakespeare, one of Britain's, or the English language's, most famous writers. So with that in mind, let's start this coming week as creatively as we possibly can be, and encourage each other through the comments below this video to keep pumping up the content and being as creative as we all possibly can be. But with that said, until maybe a video a bit later, and definitely a video next week Sunday to give you a catch up on what's been happening, I'm going to finish my Sunday walk and get back to writing chapter 10 of the 5th book in the Cedar Ridge romance novella series. Stay well, and I'll speak to you next Sunday. Cheers.